Yeah, they do. Good morning, YouTube. I am here with Alex and Big Flipper and myself and Hulk for a funny job. This was a rollover, as you can see by all the damage yesterday. But I didn't do the rollover. Van Lingen did it. And the company is just calling because they wanted a counter lean. If you guys see my last video, you know what that means. The load's all shifted to the left on this side. So they want us to flip it up, grab it in the air, and manipulate it to get all the load to shift back to normal. Truth be told, I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I can see the landing gear, one side's more out than the other. Let's check the back. Okay. I mean, the customer wants it, they want it. I don't think it's that bad. It is what it is. Lift this up. For this job, let's see what I will be using. Oh, by the way, I just finished reorganizing Hulk for the 1000th time. I'll probably do an in-depth video of all the new stuff I got. I'll do that in a bit, but for this job, I believe container links are going to be the best bet, since we're going to probably be doing some extreme leaning. That way, the container pockets can rotate really, really good in between these links. I'll get to a decent height on this one, close to like 40 degrees. Looks like Alex is already almost done. I'll have him jump up there and set up the container links, which I just put right there for now. Rigging time. By the way, I am filming this 100% on the new iPhone 14 Pro. Now, if you know me, I've been Team Android my entire life, starting with like the first Android device. I think it was the G1 or something. All the way from every kind of LG to Sony to Samsung. And I am fed up. I got so frustrated, I bought this phone out of spite, literally, and I am so impressed. I've never had any other iPhone, so I can't really speak to the previous generations, but I'm loving this 14 Pro. So that's what you guys are seeing now. That's about right. Retract the boom, let Alex do his thing. Alright, so I just finished talking to the customer that hired us. Even though it doesn't look too bad, he wants to, there we go. They want us to fix it because the place where it's going to won't accept it if it's not 100% level. It's loaded with frozen pallets of some kind of food. So they got the bootleg reefer hooked up to it, keeping it nice and cold, so you guys can enjoy it when you go to Target next week. After Alex is done hooking up top, we're gonna, in fact, I could do this part now. They got the container locks. Ta-da! Easy. We'll lift it off the chassis and I guess just lean it until they give us the thumbs up. Let's do this side. Trucks are good and ready. Get a little zoomed out for this. I got tension on the white, tension on the blue. Let's go. I'm off in the front. See, we went up with even amounts of tension. And yeah, you could tell the load is shifted because it didn't come up too even. It's obviously all on the side that it fell. You could see it kind of bulging a bit. All right. Let out with your green, and I'll let out with my blue. Boom up. You can also extend out from there. Extend out from there. Okay, good. Now drop the green. Look how beautiful those container links work. These are rated like at 32, 33,000 pounds each. Have you heard anything?
I heard a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
See, that's the sucky part about not being able to open these. If you see here, these ports, they're very strict about these seals. Oftentimes they come in overseas or from different companies, and once they put that seal, companies where they're the destination places will not accept these if that seal is broken or different than what's on the manifest. In emergencies on the freeway, yeah, we open them just to see, especially if there's a hazmat load, but I tend, if the customer says they don't want it open, then we do our best not to. But without that, it's very hard to tell if the load is correct or not. The only way we can really tell is load cells are one good way. Okay, honestly, I think that's the best we're gonna get it at. It's a pretty extreme lean. I could go more. Maybe. Let's boom up. All right, let's drop it a bit more and see what it does. Now I have no tension on my catch line. So that's the best we're gonna get it. Short of dropping it on the ground and rocking it, I think we're good. Hey Alex, I think we're good. Let's get it back upright. since I used the drone, so apologize if that came out washed out. I just realized I had the wrong ND filter on it. It is so incredibly bright and sunny. The iPhone handles it well in auto mode, but yeah. Sorry if that drone footage came out a bit washed out. Again, by eyeballing it, I mean, to me it looks more or less the same. I guess it looks a bit better. Again, it wasn't horrible to begin with. But once they hook up to it, they're gonna move forward, and I'll record it. We'll be able to tell that way. The fun jobs that I get. Now let's see, guys. Oh yeah. Imagine it rolls over.
I know, because it's so locked.
Success.
Just lock his pin.
Good. Now, this guy's savage. That was a beautiful turn.
Still a little heavy on the right, but I think
That hardcore pivot turn was a success, so the customer's happy. They said yesterday they tried to just back it up into a spot and it was leaning ugly. That's why looks can be deceiving. Even though we showed up, it didn't look bad at all to the naked eye. It was just one of those things you can't really tell by looking at it. And unfortunately, we can't break the lock in this case. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put the trucks away. I think I got another job for Jonas at Custom Tow right now, so I'm gonna head over soon. Peace.